Hello, Jill here. Welcome. I have a wonderful workout planned for us today. This is our total body muscle class. It's been a while since I've done a full body muscle workout, so I am super excited. I am going to start with a mini band warm up, and I also have a step with a wide range of weights. Those are optional. You can use a mat on the floor. I do recommend keeping a mat handy and also a step if you have it. I'm going to get started with the music, body weight warm up, or you can grab a set of dumbbells. It's up to you. I will grab that little mini band. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, take a few deep breaths in. Thank you for joining me. Drop a comment, hit those like buttons when you do these workouts. It really helps me to gain more of a presence online. We're gonna start bracing that core, tummy in nice and tight. You wanna squeeze your glutes on the way up. That's the goal of this mini band. Keep your knees nice and wide. Resist that mini band. When you're ready, down and up. I'm gonna turn off the ceiling light. I almost forgot. Down, up. It's an early morning, Tuesday here in Calgary, 8. Just getting ourselves mentally and physically prepared for the workout ahead. A little bit deeper now. These workouts are live streamed on Facebook. The video vault is in YouTube. If you haven't subscribed already, even if you do them live on Facebook, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Drop those comments there as well. Really helps this platform. 8. This is week 3 of the 12-week fitness challenge. I am so excited. Let's pulse for 3. 3. Take it up. Good. Are you squeezing your glutes at the top? Nice. Pulse 7. The lower you go, the harder it gets. It's just a warm up, top quarter. 3, 2, 1, anytime. 3, 2, 15. Let's go. Spine is neutral here, shoulders back, open the rib cage, but pull the ribs down. 3, 2, singles, flush it out. So that's a lot going on there. Shoulders back, opens the rib cavity, lets that oxygen in, but you've got to use the rectus to pull the ribs down, protect that back. Side squat, 2. Over. That's a late cue, don't worry. Now I've got the resistance band, so I'm going to keep my hips low, but option, squat together, squat together. I'm going to add a little pulse here. I'm going to add the upper body. Using those erectors, like the Eiffel Tower, cable supporting that spine, keeping it lifted. Keep the elbows up. You don't have to use that pulse. Let's add that press together. Are your knees buckling? Check in. 4 more. We're going to start with our largest muscle group, the legs, quads, glutes, core. It's a compound move. Back to that squat. Nice. Grab a sip of water if you need. Now, option, if you want more resistance, grab a load. 8 more. That's it. 7. So we're gonna step touch with a pulse. Now the weights are completely optional here. Get nice and low and big pulses. Are you ready? Let's go. Love the mini band for glute engagement. Nice. My tummy is nice and tight, shoulders are back, and I'm breathing. Now I'm tall. If you have that ability to get a little bit lower, make those pulses bigger, keep those knees wide, resist that loop. We're going alternating knees in 2, in 1. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold on the right for 8, 8, 7, my breath is heavy. When you're pulsing squats, that heart rate goes up. Left leg for 8. Try to relax that foot team. Keep that blood into the hips. 4, 3, we're gonna step touch, squat, pulse, right, left. Here we go. Right, together, left, together. Keep it simple. Keep it small to start. That mini band starts to shuffle, no problem. It's inexpensive, it's highly effective, but sometimes it moves around. Keep pulsing. 8 more. And you know to hold that movement pattern regardless. Alternating knees, right, left, 8, 7. If you don't have that mini band, maybe bring the knee a little higher. 4, 3, 2, 8 on the right. Four more. 3, 2, we're gonna pulse the right knee. Are you ready? Stay here, stay here. Healthy hips will get you through those plyometric leg exercises. Singles, good. 8. I like to use the microphone for these muscle classes because the instruction is key. Other side. The form, it's an opportunity to really dial in on the form because the movements are basic. The Sweat Fest compound, I like to get that energy up. Try to get that music going. Pulse. I'm working within my resources. I'd love to have a higher level sound system. We're gonna make do here. For now, 4, 3, 2, singles, 8, good, 7, 6, 5. Don't underestimate a muscle class. Good. Shake it out. We're gonna go one more round of pulses. In 4, in 3, we're gonna step to the right, pulse squat. Last time, here we go. Got a few different mini bands. Some won't crinkle like that. They're really hard in the resistance, so I gotta build up to it. Again, I'm gonna give you an option here. No weights at all, and lower. We're gonna hold this a bit longer here. This is our last set. You can touch down. Good. In 4, 3, 2, alternating knees. 8, 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3. Grab a quad stretch. So we've got plyometric squat hops. If it's not for you, I'll show you your low impact modification. Other side. Good. Feet at least hip width distance apart. Level 1. Tempo squat. Level 2. Reach it up. Spine is neutral, friends. Shoulders back and down. 4, 3, 2. Option, get lower. Down and up. Stay strong. Option. Add a hop. Power. Explosive. You've got to engage that core. Shock absorption in the hips, knees, ankles. Use your calves, your quads, your glutes, your transverse. Last 8. Huh. 4, 3, 2. Whew, that's tough. Top squat. That is challenging. Using explosivity, using your anaerobic energy system, relying on that ATP. You're gonna get stronger here. Hang on. Want to get that fire going in the metabolism. Want to feel that burn in the legs. This is our last set. So stay strong. Stay focused here. Option to get low. Option to add that hop. Last time, only 16. Back is not rounded. Four more. 3, 2, 1. Nice. That is tough. Good job. Not easy, but worth your effort. Consistency is key, friends. Give yourself that time in your week. Slate it in. 8. You're worth it. 4. Lunge coming up. Grab a sip of water, shake it out. Good. So the right leg will step back. Draw the shoulders back, tummy in nice and tight. Posterior pelvic tilt. Tailbone points down, slow. 4. And up. 4 counts to get to the bottom. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more slow. Check your form. Beautiful. Keep going. Down. Slow and steady. 2 and 2, a little bit quicker. Both toes, knees, navel pointing forward. You've got this. You're in control. Good. I've got consistent time slots for the live stream, but it's also helps for me to keep a structured program. Routine is key to set yourself up for success in your fitness goals and consistency. Singles. Keep going. That's it. Square those hips, friends. 8 more. Get ready for some isometric holds. In 4. In 3, we're gonna hold bottom. Watch for that change. Hold, bottom, and half. Back to the bottom, get low, and all the way up. Exhale, squeeze your glutes. Stop and go. More challenging. 2 more. Bottom. Middle. Bottom. I'm sweating already, all the way up. Get ready for tempo. Same template. All the way up. Bottom, half, bottom, top. Front glute is on fire here. Quads, back half. 3 more. Building your muscular endurance here, friends. Stability. Singles. Just 8. 7, good. 6, well done. 4, deadlift coming up. We're gonna step together. Beautiful, down, 2. And up, now take note here. Feel the difference, glute to glute. That's your perceived exertion, that you're working hard. 4 more. Left leg stepping back. Take your time and set it up. Tummy in nice and tight, friends. You're in control here. Weights are optional, body weight and gravity. Don't underestimate. A little bit quicker. Down and up. Sweat is dripping here. 4 more. leading us into the isometric holds. One more. Stay with me. Hold bottom. Middle. Bottom. All the way up again. Bottom. Half. Back to the bottom. Two more slow. You've got it. Bottom. Middle. Bottom. All the way up. Tempo, friends. Let's do this. That's it. You've got it. Four more. Hang on, hang on. Only doing one set each side. So this is it. Stay focused. You get more out of your workouts. Good. Tempo. That's it. 8, 7, 6. Dig deep. 4 more. 3. You've got this. Deadlift. Well done. I'm going to wipe the sweat off. I'm going to take a stretch. Then we'll move into biceps. Doing all the standing exercises. Whew. Whew. Who said muscle class was easy? Definitely challenging. Stretch out your glutes. You can sit down on your step, on a chair. You can hang on to a stable surface. Come bring your hands to heart center if you can. What do you want out of your workouts? What do you want to gain out of the 12-week challenge? Are you willing to put the commitment in? Guaranteed results. Listen to your body. It knows best. Lots of options in this program and many paths to success. Hold. Friends, share these workouts. It helps to sustain this platform. Spread the word. You never know who can use some guidance in their fitness journey. I can help you if you can help me. All right, grab your biceps. Soften your knees, soften your hips, and tighten up that core. Let's go. 2 and 2. Up and down. Good. Four more. That's it. Shoulders back. Use the rhomboids. Squeeze your shoulder blades into place. Put the mind into the bicep. Singles. Are you swinging the arms? That's an indicator your weight is too heavy. It's all effort here. Come on, come on. 8. 4, 3, 2, back to super slow, this time slower. 4, 3, 2, 1, down. We're gonna get stronger together, friends, so hang on to this. 2 more, little change coming up. More isometric holds, middle reach. Keep that supine grip, palms face up. Watch for that change. Middle, reach, forward. Bring it in, take it down. Up, out. Pull it in, elbows in tight. hold for 3. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Release. Good job. Two more. This is tough. Slow it down for 4, full curl. All of a sudden, that slow curl got more challenging. Nice. Back to that middle reach, friends. We're gonna really work those biceps. Again, set the shoulder blades in place. Mind into the bicep. Hold 3, 2, 1. Again. 3. Did you guys hit the like button on this workout? Just as important as the comments. 3, 2, 1. Best way to share the program is to share those promo videos when they're posted slow up. And drop a comment on those as well. That helps people looking at those promo videos that there's value in these programs. Keep going. 4, 3, 2. We're going to take a quick stretch. Beautiful. Weights down. I really turned the heat up here. All right, we're going to work on our hammer. Let's start slow. I really want you to get the form here. If you can relax the fingers, keeps the blood up into the biceps. Keep going. Squeeze the elbows in tight and down. Up. We're going to pulse 3. 3, 2, 1. Get ready for 8 singles. Option. Alternate the knees. Just an option. Try not to sway that upper body. 4 more. Let's pulse 7. Arms only. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 4 singles. Option, alternate knees. Pulse 7, arms only. 3, 2, back to the singles. This time 15, friends. Arms only. Bigger the pulse, the harder it gets. Come on. That's it, that's it. I'm gonna go left knee to start in 3, 2, single hammer, alternating left, right. Relax the foot, tummy in nice and tight, good. 4, 3, that's it. 2, weights go down, stretch it out. Shake out the arms, pull it back. One arm out in front. Quick shoulder press coming up. Light set. You can superset in between sets. Start heavy, work your way to a lighter load. Right, left, 2 presses, 2 arms. That's it. Keep going. One more. 2 presses. Weights down, good. Stretch it out. I'm going to go a little lighter, starting with the left. Arms are feeling pretty heavy here. Keep going. 2 presses. Last 2, hang on. Building upper body strength. I've got 7 pounds each hand here. That's medium weight. Weights down, good. Whew. Stretch it out. I'm going to bring the step in a little closer. Always want to have a soft surface under your knees. We're going into a row, and I'm showing you options here. Make sure your surface is stable. I'm going to square my hips. My navel is pointing down to the floor. Up and down. Up. I want you to use your obliques and set those hips, set your ribs. 4 more. Up and down. Can you feel your lats working? Tempo. Singles, tempo, same thing, a little bit quicker, right on the beat. 8 more. In 4, 3, 2, we're gonna pulse, 4, 3, pulse, 3, 2, 1, and release. Almost through, guys. 3 more. Oh, it's 1 arm row, lats, rhomboids, posterior delts. Last set of singles. Stay with me, stay with me. 8, 7, 6, 5. Working the posterior chain, guys. I can feel that through the side wall of my body as well, the obliques. Come into a stretch here. Hips, hands opposite direction. Take that diagonal child's pose. And breathe through this. We're going to round out the spine on all fours. And when you're ready, other side. Make sure you've got a soft surface for your knees. Always protect your joints. Starting with a slow movement, up and down. Square the hips, guys. Square the collarbone. Use the obliques, transverse. Try to bring your ribs and your pelvis a little bit closer together. 4, 3, 2, tempo. Are you ready? Keep that tempo. You don't have to look at the computer screen. I'll guide you through. 8 more. Keep going. Elbows up. So we're not throwing the weights toward the floor. It's a controlled movement. Get ready for pulses in 2. Here we go. Pulse 3, 2, 1. That's it. 3, 2, 1. 4 more. Hup. 3. Keep the pulses. 2, 1. Singles to finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Triceps coming up. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Stretch it out. Triceps and chest. We're going to lay on our backs for chest press. That works front shoulders, chest, and triceps. Grab a mat. Take your workout on the floor. We're going to go slow, down 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time setting up. I had to adjust my mic. Anchor that low back down to the floor or mat. 4, 3, 2. I want you to keep your weights at your nipple line. Most effective, crease of your thumb by the crease of your armpit or a little bit lower. 4, 3, 2, 1, up. Working the front side of the body, opposing muscle groups. 3 and 1. 3, 2, 1. Take it up. 3, 2, 1. Press up. Get ready to reciprocate. Down quick, up slow, quick, slow. Two and 2, steady, down, up, down, up. I've got a long torso. My head and hips pretty much cover the step. 4 more. You can put your feet on the floor, no problem, as long as your back is neutral. Tempo. Singles or tempo, it's the same thing. Option to alternate the press like this. Let's hold for some pulses. Pulse, 3, 2, 1. Press it up. 3, 2, 1. That's it. Four more. 3. Last 2. Last 1. Singles. 8, 7. Option to alternate. This is a long round. Finish out the chest in 4, 3, 2. Sit it tall, weights down. Stretch it out. Tricep dip option. Any discomfort on the front of the shoulder, elbows or wrists, grab your dumbbells, bring them overhead. Go slow, then option to go tempo. Otherwise, we're going to launch the hips off the step and dip. Good. Almost through the workout. 8 more. Four more. 3, 2, take it up. Good. That's challenging. Stretch it out. Other side. Now if you have a dumbbell, take it up overhead. You can add some pulses, it's up to you. We're gonna add some pulses to the tricep dip. It's not for everyone. You can stay at tempo. Start with 8 singles. 7. Keep your hips close to your step or table. Stable surface. Option. Add a pulse. Let's go, let's go. Four more. That's it, that's it. Feel that burn. 3, 2, 1. That's a good ow. That's a burn. So we're going to segue into our final abdominal track. We're going to do toe taps. If this doesn't work for you, lie on your back. We can go into bicycle, knee to elbow, using that abdominal wall and the obliques. We're going to start slow here. We're going to dip and touch toe. You've got your glutes, hamstrings, core, triceps, shoulder stability. Keep going. Good. Sit it up, stretch it out. That is challenging. One more round coming up. If you want to speed it up, not too fast if you're compromising your form. So option 1, slow. Option 2, a little bit quicker. Lots of glutes to make that happen. 8, 7. recommend staying slow if you're compromising your form. Last two. Always like to keep the workouts interesting without changing too much at once. Grab your mats. We're going to start with the dead bug. Last time I used a Swiss ball. Option to use that Swiss ball. Feet, hands up in the air. Anchor the low back right down to the mat. Opposite arm, opposite leg goes down for 4, 3, 2, 1, up. 4. Switch, up. Again, anchor that low back down to the mat. That's the secret sauce here. If you can't do that yet, I want you to bend your levers. Okay? 4, 3, 2, 1. Just as simple as that. I've got long legs, so it's more challenging. A little bit quicker. 2. Up. Switch. 2. Up. Switch. Down. Down. Get ready for bicycle. In 2. In 1. We're going to start slow. Slow. Option, bring your hands under your glutes and pedal the feet. Speed it up is optional. Three options there. There should be no strain on your low back. Use the abdominals here, friends. 8, 7, 6. We're gonna finish in low plank, pronated on the floor. 3, 2. Hug your knees in, or right away, flip it over. Low plank. Here we go, friends. Posterior pelvic tilt. Come down to your knees at any time. Sink into your shoulder blades. Draw that pelvis under, tummy in tight. Let's go, let's go. You've got this. Last 8, friends. I'll switch the music in 8, 7, 6. Can you hold on to it? Can you see it through? In 4, in 3. I'll let you take a child's pose. Relax that body. Child's pose. Come on to all fours, chin to chest, rounding out the spine. Lots of stretching in between. We're gonna lunge forward from the knee. Open up the hips, tailbone down, tummy in. One arm up. Tilt over. Please stay for these cool downs. Just as important as the workout, helps to promote longevity in your fitness program. Stretching helps to reduce stress, keeps your muscles supple. Best time to stretch is when the body is warm, and ease into your movements. There should never be jerking or high tension. Posterior pelvic tilt. Fingers up. Feel a nice stretch in the side wall of your body, all the way into the hip flexor, quads. Bring it up and pull it back. Hips nice and back. If I haven't met you yet and you've done some of these workouts, would love to meet you. Everybody really appreciates the comments when they're scrolling through the video library. It helps with motivation. Also helps with accountability when we know that you're part of our platform. Bring your feet, knees together. We're gonna lengthen our legs. Relax the head and neck. And if you're doing this workout from your Apple TV and you don't have access to comments, just jump onto your iPhone. Get to the comments page. Hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Turn those notifications on. Live stream on Facebook, JillCo Bodyworks. Thank you for joining me for yet another workout, week 3, 12-week fitness challenge. We'll see you again.